It's your boy Nate, live Regional Hoops with our boy Anthony Harvey, Bench Critics. We're here just to talk a few things. Regional Hoops was mad last night. I mean, you were there. What are some of the things bothered you? You know what I mean? What?
Well, man, yesterday, first game off the bat, Inferno were up big. They were hitting everything. Every shot, 3-point after 3-pointer. I was like, hold on. Is Splash vulnerable now? I was like, hold on. I was like, from what I know of Inferno, they do lack chemistry and do lack effort. When adversity hits, they fail. They can't live up to expectations. And what happened? Like I said during the game, they came back and Splash won. That means my question to you, Nate, do you think Splash is vulnerable? Is Splash good as the record seems?
Look, they played 8 games so far throughout the season to beat all the teams. Every team has a vulnerable spot. And I feel that, once you get knocked down once, you can always get knocked down. Matt Tyson was a beast, right?
Exactly.
Couldn't get knocked out until he got knocked out by Buster Douglas. So, I mean, someone's gonna have to find their weakness and be able to penetrate that. Last night's game was really one to remember. Inferno had the full squad. I think that's the best basketball team Inferno played. I still believe they lack a form of leadership. Someone that is vocalized. And with Team Splash, what makes them so special in my eyes is that the fact that the team is balanced. There's 1, 2, or 3 scoring options, right? There's not everybody with a big ego. Jordan Clennon, that guy's a real leader, in so many ways.
Like I say, he talks the talk, and like I said many times, I said, I believe this team could beat Splash, and what happened? Splash made me eat my words, and I feel stupid to this point. Now my question is, like I was saying on IG, Inferno, if they play up to potential, I think they can win the chip. But the problem is the lack of leadership. Do you agree? Do you think?
Who can win the chip?
Inferno!
You know what? On paper, to be honest, these teams look really good. Inferno, they got Mr. Bada, they got Brian, former MVP, they got Paul Williams, they got their captain, Junior Malcolm. They got some players, some pieces. More importantly, it's how they utilize it. Anything is possible, but I feel that the utilization of players is not being looked at. They lost that game because they took out one of their best guys on the court. And who was that best guy? That was Mixtape, number 30, man. The big man knows how to move in and out of the post. What he brings to the team is veteran presence.
Right.
So yeah, definitely I think they can take it. But they just right now look like a team that's good on paper. Like Blue Heat, the team is probably the best looking on paper. I think Blue Heat has the best chance of beating Splash despite what they had faced.
That means, are you trying to say Blue Heat's gonna win the title? Is that what you're saying?
Tell you the honest truth, man, I've seen a lot from Splash. What Splash carries is something is called balance, right? If you think about it, Denzel, they got Jordan Clennon, right? They got Jabrian, aka Jabron, right? And they got that another dude out there, Matthew, number 7, right? The whole team plays in sync. But I believe that Blue Heat can beat them. Blue Heat was short of some of the good players. Number 90, which is Christoph, and Sheldon, number 13. Dangerous guys on the wing, They got D'Angelo, you know what I mean, second year in. They got Kobe, one of my favorites. And, I believe if Kobe, steps up in terms of his mental capacity, he may look a bit sluggish, but I think his mental capacity, he steps up there, he can cause some trouble. I think he's the only guy, to be honest, him and Christoph, that can stand toe-to-toe with Jabron and Jordan.
Is there any other team, second tier, that we're not talking about that can give a team run for their money?
Absolutely, man. Showtime. They got JK, they got Kadeem. They got some players on that team that they can cause some real havoc. I think they still need to find their place and their identity, but knowing that playoffs is coming up really close, I don't know how much time they really have to really find that identity, to see that, you know, they can put it together. Now's not the time to be scrambling like eggs. You know, you gotta find the identity, guys. You're one of the predominant guards out there. Killer, you have an excellent big man in the post. If not, probably the best big man, power forward that plays the game. Kadeem, who can touch him? He's guarding double doubles. He blocks. He plays defense. I think they just have to find, you know, their place. Besides that, I'm really interested in Gators. Gators is a real nice team. They bring a physical toughness. Nathaniel, their point guard, is an excellent player. Reminds me of James Harden a bit, not only because of the beard, but he has great skills in terms of you know, leadership skills, sportsmanship. That's a good team.
Snipers is also a very good team, but I think that's probably the scariest team right now that's not being talked about, just because they lost a few of their star players. That means if they do get healthy in the playoffs, I can see an upset. I can see, is it an upset? It's not really an upset if you think about it, right? I can see them being splashed. I can see them Blue Heat. Like I said, they had a rough time against Blue Heat because they didn't have their players. And I think Snipers is a team you gotta watch out for, right? They were short yesterday and they were still able to win. They didn't have their best players. That means they're balanced. They have a heart of a champion. They never give up, regardless who's in or who's out. And I think Snipers is a team you gotta watch out for.
Yeah, I agree. You know, real recognizes real. That's what they say. But the Snipers, they had their predominant scorer, Bibby, Paul Blake, really fluid on with that shot. Yeah, it's a big hurt. Not only we got, you know, updated news that Kyle, their point guard, dangerous guy. He's been called up to you know, the ministry. So they lost two key players, but there's been rumors going on that maybe he's gonna return for the playoffs. We don't know. Speculations, but you know, a lot of teams can be scrambling, scared, but this is what you call a true team. It's not hung up on two players.
Exactly.
If you can play outside your comfort zone, then you can see other hidden talents that are in the teams. I mean, Snipers, like, take a look at it. You may have lost those guys, but this is when you play outside your comfort zone. This is when you get to know the guys better. You know, it's like mom and daddy. They're not gonna be home forever. They're not gonna be there with you forever. So you gotta know how to defend for yourself.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? You gotta go out there and hunt. You're a sniper for a reason. You gotta hunt.
Exactly.
You gotta hunt. And now, you know, playoffs is coming up. Are you ready to hunt? Are you ready to eat?
Now, obviously, we've been in the season for about 8-9 weeks.
Yeah.
Who's MVP? If his name's not Gibran.
MVP of the league?
Name not Gibran, because I think everybody's gonna say Gibran right now.
You see, of the season, Gibran's balling out. I mean, what can he say?
I know, I mean,
can't
say nothing, man.
My predictions, you know, was gonna be Kobe this season, but whatever, you know, he's dealing with, I don't know. Definitely, Bibby feels healthy. He was an MVP candidate.
Oh, for sure. He's my early candidate.
But what do you classify as an MVP? It's not just about points. If you look at a guy like Kadeem on Showtime, he grabs boards, he gets blocks, he scores buckets. Great attitude, great leadership skills. Yeah, that's what an MVP is.
Exactly.
It's not someone that just can just score, man, and that can, you know, make noise. Look, what a good. It's how you carry yourself on and off the court.
Exactly.
And how you portray yourself within the league.
Exactly. Yeah, like you said, Gibran for sure. Like I said, he fills up the stat sheet. He scores, he rebounds, he assists. I think he's a great leader. He's amazing. Like last night, he dropped 52 on their head and got a comeback win.
Let's not get out of our heels. Right? Yeah, the dude's nice. You know what I mean? I respect the game, young blood. You know what I mean? But you're in Canada now, so we're in a different flavor. You know what I mean?
Exactly, man.
And I'm not calling him the MVP right now. No way. No way. Too early to speak.
Too early.
You know what I mean? Yes, it ended out into the season, but a lot of people can play season ball. But I want to know if you're a playoff player. You know what I mean? A lot of people can play ball like Carl Lowry. You know, he can play season ball, but he's a playoff player. Is this dude a playoff player?
Exactly.
You know, I'm just picking your nerve because I want to see. you did something historical last night.
Exactly.
You know, he had a hot hand. But how does he play if his hand's not hot? How can he handle the pressure when the shot's off? Is he gonna yell at his team? I'm waiting to see playoffs. I mean, hold up. Patriots. I mean, I know it's football. They got a perfect season, but he still lost the finals at one point.
Exactly, you're right.
So, I mean, Splash. I mean, he might look like a new empire, but you know, it works both ways. You know, water can take out fire. But fire under a kettle can evaporate it.
Exactly. That means we all know LeBron's a great player. If you were a coach, how would you game plan against him?
Alright. Well, what team I'll use to play against him? A perfect team will be. I believe Blue Heat straight up can beat him. Okay.
You still believe that?
100%.
Okay.
100%.
Explain.
Right? It's you heard a little not a proverb, but story, the turtle and the hare. It's not about how fast you go, it's about who finishes.
Exactly.
Right? So they're on a good move right now. And I know people might think I'm gonna sound like a hater. I'm far from a hater. I'm just seeing things from a different spectrum.
Right.
Kobe choked that game, but if he could perform and the other boys and they all chill off on, you know, I'm the man kind of mentality, these guys will beat Splash. Splash has something that no other team has. What they have is called unity.
Exactly.
Unity, that Coach Carter feel. You know what I mean? So the team I would have used is Inferno. Perfect. Brian had an excellent game. That young man, you know, he was a former MVP last season in his rookie year. Right. Put in some work, and I believe he can do it again. It's just that, you know, it's not that you're talented over time. You build maturity, and that's what you have to build: more maturity, more of a leadership that can lead his team.
Exactly.
However, the person that is more mature on that team and that should be the leader of that team, to me personally, is Mr. Bada, number 33. But he needs to be able to understand that if his team is not executing very well, you need to be patient with them. Exactly. For example, look at Jordan Clennon. His team wasn't executing in the first 3 quarters.
Exactly.
But he was very patient. He was very calm. He carried that Corey Joseph feel. He didn't panic. He brought the ball up slowly and hit the half court in the NCAA time. Right? If you can carry that on an Inferno as him being the captain alongside with Junior Malcolm, the person that helped register the team, I would have Malik guard Jabron, or I would have Mr. Bada guard Jabron. No one else on that team could guard Jabron. Nobody else, right? And I would have my starting 5 literally will be Brian at the 1. I would have Mr. Bada at the 2. I would have Malik at the 3. I would have Mixtape at the 4, and I would have Paul Williams at the 5. In crucial times like that, you cannot bring in I want to sound rude, not inexperienced players, but players that have not been in the heat of the fight before.
Exactly.
You cannot bring, you know, a pawn to the queen. You know, you're gonna get chewed up. You know what I mean? A pawn goes against a pawn. A rookie can take a pawn. A pawn is in the front line of battle. It can't handle the heat of the battle. And I feel that these guys need to find a game plan and a strategy. You can't win games just off talent. You know, look at Splash. The whole team is talented, but there's talent that shines above talent. And that talent is Denzel. That talent is Jordan. That talent is Jabron, right? That is talent out of talent, right? And you got your other guys that contribute. A 2-way player like Matthew, dangerous dude, number 34, you know, aka Paul Pierce, boy, knocking big threes. You know what I mean? We got Jordan's brother in the game. I don't know, man. That Splash team is looking like something right now.
I know for Team Inferno, when I watched them, I reanalyzed them. They're very ISO oriented. They're very myself. Well, I could beat you. I'm more talented than you. But what happens is they start arguing. I've seen many times during the season when players have quit on each other. I've seen the MVP last year. He quit on them. I see the whole team quitting each other. But you're not going to win games like that. You're not. You got to be like a team. When I was watching Splash yesterday, regardless of the whole game, they feel like they had a chance to win the game down 15, 20. They could be down by 50. They still had a chance, and that's why I like Splash. Yes, I agree with you. I want you guys to lose a game to see if you guys are vulnerable and see how you guys fight after adversity, after a loss. But if you guys have a loss, I gotta give respect to you guys, but Inferno needs to have. And the problem is, what they need is a balanced point guard. They don't have a balanced point guard, and they need to move the ball, and they're not moving the ball enough. But yesterday game, they're moving the ball for the first 3 quarters. Then they went back to the ISO game, which, and that's what hurt you guys.
Yeah, and you know, Paul Williams was subbed out for a bit.
Yeah.
They took out Mixtape. That guy is one of the, key guys.
Exactly.
Right? If I was to ever play in the league or coach a team, that's one guy I'm picking up. Because you see, you gotta have a Popovich mentality.
Exactly.
Everybody wants the Dwight Howard, big shoulders and jumping. But you know what I mean? Give me the scrub, and I will make something out of him.
Exactly.
I say Mixtape is a scrub now. I'm saying what Mixtape has is a humble conscience, and when he has a humble conscience, it facilitates into the game. So I can tell you, if you guys really want the recipe to beat Splash, take counsel from the guru, right? This is how you gonna beat him. The team is confident through one player, Jordan Clennon. All right, when I mean confident, I mean by mentality, their mind. His mind is so strong that when he looks at everybody else, if I can tap into Jordan's mind, all he sees is lunch. Lunch. There's a few predators out there that kind of make it feel away. Yeah. But for the most part, his mentality, everybody's lunch. He's confident. He's not even in the best shape, and he's still confident, right? If you can tap into that, break him down from early, right? When he was playing against the Infernos, if they continue to tap into that, he will break. From once he breaks, the whole team's gonna break. Jabron scores, but he's a very quiet guy. Yeah, exactly. Something like Joe Johnson, quiet. But he won't give you those numbers, right? But besides that, the whole team's confident. But there's a proverb says, if you smite the shepherd, the sheep will scatter. Right? Right, I like that. You know what I'm saying? So if you smite the shepherd, the sheep is gone. You know what I mean? Lunch. You know what I mean? That means lamb chops for everybody. Yeah. So you gotta know how to shut them down. You know what I mean? Mr. Bada or whoever, Kobe, D'Angelo, y'all need to step up. Straight up. You can't live off past resumes. You gotta update the cover letter. You gotta get back in the game. Show this young blood what it is. You see, you guys, some of you cats are vets already. And then you have these new guys crawling in, drinking your soup like the Little Red Riding Hood. We can't be having that around here. You know what I mean? I'm expecting some blue heat, some heat. You know what I mean? Not some tap water. You know what I mean? Snipers, get your aim on. Gators, not much to really say. But, speaking of that, I'm having an issue with Spartans. Yeah. I mean, I see great players. I see great potential on Spartans. Exactly. But they got a dude on there, Dread, that can either make the team better or worse. Discourage them, man. It's just about leadership at the end of the day. I know it's a league and whatnot, but a lot of guys come out. It's supposed to be fun. It's supposed to ball. It's supposed to be a place that you can exercise and free your energies. Free off the stress and play ball. But Spartans, you have great potential. They got Gagin, they got the other players. They got Tyreek, 23. They got some ballers on that team, bro. Exactly. That these guys can ball. But it's just a matter of leadership. Yeah. You can't cuss at your players. You can't put down your players. Exactly. When you put them down, you bring them team morale down. Exactly. I play 2K. You answer the questions wrong, you can bring down the team chemistry. Exactly. You know what I mean? Exactly, man. You gotta do the things that are right. Sometimes you gotta turn the other cheek, even though if you're playing like crap. You still gotta tell him good game. Exactly. Because if you tell him not good game in the time that he's vulnerable, he might not recover from that. Exactly. There's a lot of players that are handicapped. What I mean is not physically handicapped, but mentally. So when your mind is bound, your whole game is bound. And you know what I mean? I feel like that's what Splash has on the whole league. You got the league on handicap. Everybody's mind is bound. Exactly. Splash. But you know what? I'm giving this one more shot. And the only shot I'm giving it to is Blue Heat. Not discrediting snipers or anybody in the league. It's my personal opinion. But I will give Blue Heat another chance. Because when Kristaps steps in that game, Sheldon is a lockdown defender. Boy, listen. Listen. We're going to see some stewed chicken if these guys play the game, Exactly, man. Stewed chicken. Let's talk about this team. They haven't won a game. What does the Arctic Wolves have to do to win a game? Or is it too late for them to win a game for this season? Listen, man. Straight flat out, it's done. Oh, it's done? It's done. I don't know if these are wolves or puppies, man. You know what I mean? I don't know if they're chihuahuas. I don't know what it is. The only big dog on that team is number 23, Jerome Williams, right? I like 21. I like the whole team. But 23 is the dude. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
You know, he's alright. For a big guy, he's moving. He's shifting weight up there.
Exactly.
He's moving like an Escalade, you know, breaking dudes down. But there's not much you can do. They're not gonna survive through this. It's not possible. What he's gonna have to do is build his team next season. Guys are gonna have to come together. This is you can't bring, you know what I mean. You can't bring Kimbles and bits to a pitbull.
Exactly.
A pitbull wants some meat. You know what I mean. You can't bring Kimbles and bits to a lion. You know what I mean. A lion wants flesh. So in this league, you can't come with Kimbles and bits, you know, and think you can sway everybody. Nah, man. You gotta beef up. They got a big man in that post, number 5. Seen some highlights from him yesterday that kind of changed my mind a bit. Before that, he's all soft, man. That dude was straight porridge. You know what I mean? But if he toughens up and asks for the ball, because he's not really vocal, he can cause damage. Because I've seen spurts and peaks of his game. Right. But for now, he's porridge.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he's very soft, spoken. Like a lot of the bigs in the league I've seen, they're soft. They don't post enough. What I see in this league is a lot of isolation, and we need to see more post game. Because what I noticed with the splashing yesterday is that we were giving the ball to Paul all the time in the post. And I said before the game, and I think I told one of the guys in front of him, if you guys are gonna be splashed, you gotta give Paul the ball because they were short the big man. Yeah, no big man at one point. You gotta kill that. Like I said, they double kick it back out because you guys got great shooters. I think you got the best shooters in the league actually. Yeah, so you guys were hitting everything. You guys hitting from the lake. Oh my god, it was amazing how the game was. For you guys to blow the lead, I'm still dreaming about how you guys blow the lead, right? Because what I knew was when Splash got within 10 before the fourth quarter, I knew they were gonna come back. If they had it between 15, I think it would be too much. But like I said, they stay composed, they never give up, and like I said to Gabron yesterday, Harvey champion. And like I said, like you said with Jordan, they're always there because Jordan has leadership and they don't give up, and you gotta tap into them mentally. You gotta break them down. And like I said, and what they need to do against Gabron himself, take the ball off his hands. Sorry. If you guys can't guard him, take the ball off his hands. Take the ball off his hand or put a legit, like, a big defender on him. Because he's going against Brian, and Brian's like, oh my god, once he does a jump shot, his arm's right over his head. You can't contest that. That means, yeah, man, just...
I agree. And you know what? I mean, we can wrap it up in these few small words. I mean, crown him.
You got him, man. You got to, man.
Nah, I ain't crowning him, man. Not yet. No, I don't think he established himself to bring forth that majesty yet. You know what I mean?
Right.
If some people want to bow down the crown, he can do that. But you know, not yet. Because I know what Blue Heat is capable of.
Right.
But I got a message for the league and for the players and, you know, for everybody. You know, there's a difference, okay, of great players and champions.
I hear that.
Michael Finley was great. You know what I mean? Richard Jefferson was great. You know, Vince Carter was great.
Right.
Reggie Miller was great.
Right.
Karl Malone was great.
Right.
John Stockton was great.
Right.
But they ain't champions.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? It's like a 5-star. They're 5-star players, but Jordan's the real. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So my thing is, yo, Kobe, you know, game time, bro. That's all I can tell you. Game time. You know what I mean? D'Angelo, what up? You know what I mean? Let out the dreads. Don't tie them up. Let them out. Let them see the line in you, blood. You know what I mean? Champions, guys. That's what it's about. Champions. Nobody ain't gonna care about what you dropped last week. You know what I mean? 52 points, yeah, whatever. Until he's a champion, that's what's gonna separate him from the above, the elite class. You know what I mean? Champions, and it's ironic because Splash won last season, right? They won the chip last season. So I don't know if the last Splash team, you know, sent on their blessings, but they were really an underrated team. And it's funny, they beat Inferno. So, like I said, champions. The only way to beat Jordan Clannon, you know what I mean? Smite the shepherd, and the sheep will flee. There's no other way. If you can get to him, it's a wrap. He's not the best player in the league. He's not a talented or more athletic player in the league. But his mind is elevated. And when a man's conscience is so persuaded, you can't beat him.
Exactly. Man, it was great, man. It was great talking to you, man. It was great, man.
It's good.
Yeah, man. Regional Hoops. You gotta follow me, Nathan Harvey at Bench Critics. If you posted, that means we call you guys out. Let's see if you guys can perform up to the task I had, man. So thanks, man. RoH. You're out.
It's your boy Nate.
It's your boy Anthony, Bench Critics.
Just here. I'm just doing my thing. And we look forward to talking again. And we'll see who's that future, you know? Who'll be that MVP, who'll be that champ. Remember, smite the shepherd, the sheep will flee. It becomes lunch. We out.
We out.